That was the Road Up 20s right here in the sessions on 107.6. I've been joined in the studio with the Bel-Airs. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Thank you very much for coming. There's 6 of you in this tiny wee studio.
Yes,
And
very hot.
it's going to get hot and sweaty in here. It's going to get very hot.
It's already.
Yeah.
So that's just the singer.
Kim, tell me a bit about the band. How did it all start? Tell me
Well,
about
it started out, it was a blues band about 6 years ago.
Right?
Members have changed over the years. I've in particular been with them for about 4 years.
Right?
Thoroughly enjoyed the last 4 years. Yeah, and it was founded originally by Pete Jones.
Right, okay.
For Pete there, wonderful, wonderful man. Good friend of ours too.
I'll tell you what, we'll kick off with the first song. Tell me a bit about the first song.
It's called Diva Fever. It was written by the band all together, unlike some of them. It's really just about power you have when you're on stage.
Right, just go when you're ready.
Yeah.
That was Diva Fever by the Bel-Airs right here in the sessions on 107.6. Excuse me 1 second, I'm just going to
Bless.
cough my lungs up there, holding it on all the way through your track there. Thank you very much for that brilliant track. What a track. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Tell me a bit about your Facebook pages, your Twitter feeds, and I'll tell you what we'll do first. We'll introduce the band.
Yeah.
No, you want to introduce the band? I mean, we can see them on Facebook, on the Facebook Live.
Okay,
but-
my name's Kim. I'm
Hello.
lead vocalist.
Hi, Kim.
This
Hi,
is
Kim.
Rod. Hi.
Hi, Rod.
This is
This is Rod on the guitar.
Guitar, vocals,
And anything else.
and anything else that we
programming
ask
and
him to
stuff
do.
like that crap.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. He does everything really. He's a
Producing,
he's a computer man. What's his name again? Tony. Tony T-Bone.
Hi, Rod.
Tony T-Bone. Tony T-Bone Duffy. Absolutely. Honestly, what a talented man he is. What would we do without him, really?
Tap dancing the lot.
Very
Aye.
tap dancing, the whole shebang. How many instruments you played, Tony?
Just one at a time.
One at a time.
Maybe 5, I think.
5. Oh, you're being modest, I think. You really are being modest. Gilly Dick, ladies and gentlemen. He's,
Oh.
basically the bass player this side of the bowl.
Queen's Ferry Club.
Oh, wait, we're going to come back to that in a minute. We'll come back to that in a minute, right? Moving around to you, right?
Bass player. Ian Holmes Lewis.
Hello.
Oh,
Hat man.
the hat man, we've got a fancy hat for him, right?
Interpretive dance.
Right. Yep. Brilliant, thank you.
Hat wearer.
One and a half fits.
Mike Willis.
Hey guys, how you
Hello,
doing?
hello. Hiya.
Fabulous drummer.
You're not playing drums tonight, though.
I'm the loud one.
You are the loud one, and you've got cajon on there. Yeah, thank you for that. Right.
Playing his Cajun.
He's a
Cajun.
Yes, I'm
It's
playing
cajon.
I
Cajon.
borrowed Cajun from Scott
Right.
Burrow. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott. Can we swing that microphone round, this microphone round here, so we can mention your Facebook pages, your Twitter feeds, and your SoundClouds, and all your bits and pieces?
Yes, we're on Facebook obviously. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. Just look for Bel-Airs Scotland or Bel-Airs Band, and you'll always find us.
Brilliant.
And you can find lots of videos and lots of information on there. There's a link to our new album, Sin City,
Yeah.
available from the back of my car.
We'll mention that again later on.
Yes,
course we will.
fabulous. Yep.
And yeah, we'll get a picture underneath the banner before you go, so we'll put a link on our Facebook page to your Facebook page, so anybody that's friends with us or friends with you can
Excellent.
like each other back and
Great.
forward.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll just move on to track number 2. Tell me a bit about song number 2.
Bittersweet really about a love that never came to fruition, eh?
Aye. Hope is used
It
for
was,
it.
it was, well, I think it's about hope. It's about hoping for a relationship, and they just keep missing each other, basically. You know,
Okay. Just
it's called Bittersweet. It was written by Rod. And he stands alone there by the corner, watching all the people walk by. Smokes a cigarette while he's there waiting. Maybe love will come and spare his time. Because she sits alone there by her window, till her eyes to sees the pouring rain. She's undecided which way her life goes. She's so tired she can't see her pain. Must be someone watching, someone in the street, someone looking over us. So bittersweet, yeah. So bittersweet. This time gonna be the same. Love is gone, there's only desperation. Never help to entertain. Must be someone
bittersweet. Someone looking over us said, so bittersweet, yeah. So bittersweet.
It's getting late, he's going home. The soul is crying, holding back the pain. The girl awakes, her dream is broken. Tries to change, but the flame remains. Must be someone watching, someone in the street, someone looking over us and so bittersweet, yeah. So bittersweet, so bittersweet, yeah. So bittersweet. Yeehaw!
That was Bittersweet by the Bel-Airs right here in the sessions on 107.6. We've got Smiles right in the studio. Thank you very much for that beautiful track. How do you come about writing your songs? Is it one person that brings your songs to the table and then you all chip in, or do you write them all as a group? Yeah, swing the mics round, that's
We've
fine.
done it in all different ways.
Aye, we've done it in all different ways. Some of the songs on the album, Tony wrote himself, so he
Right.
provided too. A couple I wrote myself. The rest were sort of jammed in the studio.
Right.
I mean, me and Kim wrote a couple beforehand,
Mhm.
and then sort of brought them to the band, and let the band put their own take on it,
Yeah,
which was quite cool.
I'm always interested to find out how people go about the music and then kind of where their own music comes from. I can't say this without laughing. We mentioned when we were off when we were through there the collective age of the band. Have we? That was not me that mentioned that. I'm just broadcasting
Just
it.
bringing it up.
I'm just bringing that up.
21, I'm sure it's 21.
That's what I said. I said that. I said 21 and 21 and 21.
I'm sure it was 21.
It's between 3.5 and 400.
It must be.
Do we care?
No, we don't care. Sounds great. Sounds absolutely brilliant.
I mean, there are 6 of us, you know.
Yeah. So
Ah, that's true, aye, so...
We are very, very old.
That's right.
True.
Exactly.
right.
Wine.
Tell me more about your up and coming gigs and shows. That's why we're here to. Who wants to come forward for the gigs and shows? You swing Mike, the baseboard Mike. We're in the studio. There's 6 of us. There's actually 7 of us in the studio. So there's 6 of you. And we've only got 4 mics between us.
It's
So
getting smellier.
Cut back.
it's cut back to East Coast, I'm afraid.
Shocking.
No, it's not. It's just the way it is. It's the way we run it.
Our next gig is in O'Connell's on the 20th of October
Right.
In Kirkcaldy.
in Kirkcaldy. Be there or be square. And the one after that is the 27th. That's in the Carousel in Kinghorn.
Carousel,
Our
right? Yeah.
lovely pal Donna, who gets us on there a few times, so that's good. And then we're up in Perth on the 10th of November.
I don't remember. Right.
And that's the Green Room up in Perth.
Well, what we'll do is we'll mention them again before we finish, and again we can stick a link on my Facebook page to your guys' Facebook page just to give everybody more information.
Good.
Yeah, well, we're going to go on to mention your album. Of course we are, and we're going to mention a cheesy cover that you're going to do for us tonight. And it's a bit of I use the term cheesy cover, but it's not really that cheesy. This is a new modern one, isn't it? What the one we're going to do?
It's not that old, is it? A couple of years old?
A couple of years old.
Couple, yeah,
So it's,
Last year, I think.
okay. Well, we'll talk about more about that later on. Let's move on to track number 3.
Track number 3
Whoa,
is called
that's a couple.
Lost in You. And, well, once again, it's about sex. No, it's actually about making love. There's a difference. Just the feelings you go through when you're getting jiggy, you know.
From a woman's point of view.
From a woman's point of view, yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure from a bloke's point of view, it's totally different. Point of view.
From the point of view of someone who can remember,
Right, just go when you're ready.
Body next to mine.
That was Lost in You by the Bel-Airs right here in the sessions on 107.6. Again, thank you very much for that beautiful track. We were going to go on and talk about the album. Yes, we are. The album. Tell me more about the album. Where was it recorded? When was it recorded? Why was it recorded? Swing the mic trend for anybody that wants to step in here. By all means, please.
Well, it was recorded because I decided these guys are quite good at writing songs together, and I thought we'll have to put something down before somebody pops their lungs down.
Right, okay.
Because we're that old.
Because we're that old, the collective. Originally, the main part was recorded at the substation in Rosyth. Brennan Jr., who's a great guy. Got a few tips off him as well. The main thing we did with that was drums and percussion. The rest of it, believe it or not, was done in a house.
Right, okay.
Production was all done in house. All that. Just because, well, modern day technology, you didn't need.
You didn't need it.
No,
It can be done at home. It's
That's right. So a lot of the parts were just laid, like Tony would record his parts in his own house.
Mm-hmm.
Just email me
Send
them.
it across, yeah.
Aye, and I'd fit them in the mix.
Yeah.
Same with vocals. Kim's vocals all done in the house as well.
Eventually.
Eventually, after so many takes.
There was one track you sent me. I can't remember which one it was. Who was it that sent me a track?
Well, it was me that sent the three of them.
You said three, yeah, you did see three.
Aye, one was Soul as Scene, one was Diva Fever, I'm not sure about that.
The third one was. I played them a few weeks ago and they were sounding absolutely great. I can't quite remember which ones. I'm sure I played two of them in one night. I played one played them both last week.
Right.
Actually, but they were sounding great. I haven't had a chance to listen to all yet, obviously, because I've just had the full copy of it. So I'll play it in my car over the next week and then get it
Cool,
onto
that's the right
onto the sessions in here.
Yeah, thank you
Get
very much.
onto the computer.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
We have to thank our crowdfunders. Like we
Sure.
crowdfunded
Oh, aye,
this.
sorry, aye, crowdfunders, aye.
We crowdfunded it
Right.
last July. I think we raised about 750 quid, 800 quid. I think
Right.
the target was 1,000, but we made about 800. So inside are all the guys who crowdfunded for us.
Brilliant, aye.
If they gave a fiver, they got a free CD. If they gave a tenner, they got their name inside the inside cover. And
Absolutely.
that's what you can see inside.
Inside cover, which was designed by
My daughter Abby
Abby.
of Abby Lou Designs.
And can I plug
Of course you can. Grab a mic and then you come.
Can I plug Nicole Hunter for doing the body painting on the album cover?
Right. Oh,
She's fantastic.
yeah. Oh, that.
Inside.
Oh, the inside cover.
Yeah.
Oh, aye, okay.
Nicole Hunter, yeah.
Right.
Guitar down the middle there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and the are my boobs, yeah. I
Okay.
know you're going to ask it. I was watching it together a bit, mind you, but they are mine.
Get a keeper stick.
I knew you were going to plug in for those
Oh,
boobs.
listen, I have to mention those boobs because they're
We-
dwindling away fast. You know what I mean?
That's a family show. Keep it. Right. We were gonna. We mentioned through the other bands, other things that you're all involved with. There's a two-piece band here. Tony, you've got a two-piece band you want to mention. Was there anybody else that's got other things on the go that you want to give a mention to? We'll get round to anybody that wants to mention anything. Of course we will. Tony, so tell me a bit about your two-piece.
It's myself, me playing mainly acoustic guitar
Right.
and singing, and a guy called Gary Arnott. He's a fantastic harmonica player. Plays with a band called Baby Isaac,
Okay.
which you might have come across. And we play mainly blues. We play some Americana,
Right.
but it's mainly blues. Not a bunch of 12 bars though. A lot of songs from the blues tradition,
Okay.
but they have a more interesting melodic structure. They're
Right.
not 12 bar blues or 16 bar blues. And because we're just an acoustic outfit, we can be very mobile. And,
Yeah, aye.
you know, we're actually just looking to do more gigs where they like that kind of music. We're not really up for changing what we do to suit venues.
Yeah,
If the venues
fair
don't
enough,
like it, we won't use those
Yeah.
venues, basically. But anyway, we're called T-Bone and Gary.
Tony, Gary,
You
right?
see our names up there, pop round and see us, you won't be disappointed.
Right.
Particularly with Gary, who I can't speak highly enough of this guy. When I heard him playing a harmonica, I thought, I can't believe there's a guy who lives in Kelty who
Right.
sounds like that on harmonica. He's
On the
absolutely
movies, aye.
brilliant.
Well, you know the space, you know where we are. If you, as a two-piece and anybody else that's involved with anything else wants to come down, anybody's more than welcome to come down and plug anything. Ian, you've got a...
Yeah, my background was in samba, so I was in one of the very first bands in the UK to kind of start doing samba as community music and doing workshops around the place. So more recently in Manchester, I started fusing samba with Bhangra and hip hop and basically other
Okay.
styles of music. Sometimes it's quite difficult for people from the UK to sort of own that Brazilian music. We spent years trying to sound Brazilian. So I kind of invented a new style of music, which I call Sambhangra.
Right,
Which
okay,
has-
Sam Bangor.
Some of the philosophy, some of the original structure of samba, but which has a style of music that's kind of more recognisable and ownable by people in Britain. And we run a community group currently in Steel End, just
Okay.
outside Dunfermline, every Tuesday night, and we're available for weddings and bar mitzvahs.
Have you got a Facebook page for that, or you got
Yeah, there's a Facebook page for Sambhangra.
Sam Bangor? Brilliant. Again, you know the space, you know where we are. But send us a CD if you've got recordings or
Oh,
anything.
cool,
Anything you've
yeah.
got, send us stuff. I'm more than happy to plug anybody with anything. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you both. Back to the Bel-Airs. Let's move on to track number 4. Sold as Seen.
So the scene, this was originally written, I think, when we were,
Me. Who's me?
you and me, Rod.
Aye.
When Rod and I were, sorry, I'm talking to you. It's about a woman who's getting on in years, sort of likening herself to an old car.
Okay, right.
Banger.
But there's still life in the old dog. There's still life in the old dog yet, basically.
There we go. Leave it as next.
Yeah.
Sometimes my engine ain't running quite the way it should. Sometimes my steering wheel ain't turning quite the way it could. Need a little motivation to do with a little showing. What this old girl needs now is some good old-fashioned loving. Check out the body work. She's a little rusty, rusty. On the right now for everybody. I'm so sweet, so sweet. Sometimes my engine ain't running quite the way it should. Lately my handling ain't as steady as it could be. So to see you, my baby, don't you ever forget. There's still a lot of life left in this crazy old world, yeah. Check out the body work. She's a little musty, musty, please. On the right and left for everybody. I'm so rusty, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet. Sometimes my engine ain't running quite the way it should. Steer me in the right direction, baby. I know you would. I ain't asking too much money, so you be so mean. You'll never get a second chance to be alone with this machine. Check out the body work. She's a little rusty, rusty. On the right and left for everybody. I'm so nasty, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, I'm your heart, so sweet, I'm so sweet, so sweet, so sweet.
That was So the Scene by the Bel-Airs right here on the sessions on 107.6. Again, I was almost singing along with that one. I don't know if anybody noticed. I was almost singing along. It must have been one of the ones I heard before. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you for all your time. Thanks for all your information. We do have time to mention your Facebooks, your gigs, and your cheesy cover. Yes, I say cheesy. It's not what I mean. I don't mean cheesy. I've had the likes of The Boys Are Back in Town by the Thin Lizzy on acoustic guitars. 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton, of course. I've been done a few times. I've had a couple of Britney Spears songs done by different people, different acts, different versions of things. It's always interesting for me to find out how a band like yourselves, how they do another song, if you see what I mean, what their take is on another song. But before we do that, before we move on to that, I want you somebody to mention your Facebook pages and your next up-and-coming gig.
Go for it, go for it, go for it.
Just sharing microphones again. Oh, working instruments. There we go.
Hello. Again.
Hello.
Yes, we have a Facebook page, we have Instagram pages, we have Twitter pages. I think we might even have a Snapchat page
Right.
that we very rarely use. So Snapchat us up, people.
Bel-Airs.
But we're Bel-Airs Scotland on Facebook, we're Bel-Airs Band on Twitter. Check us out. Buy the album. Yes,
Bel-Airs with a hyphen, yeah.
Buy the album, I have kids to feed.
Which is available on all
Yes,
major
it's
outlets.
available on
All major
iTunes,
outlets, yeah.
It's on Deezer, it's on Google,
Spotify.
it's on Spotify,
So wait, yeah.
it's on them all good outlets.
Well, thank you very much. Again, we'll put a link on our Facebook page. I said that already. I keep repeating myself. Right, tell me about this cover. What we're going to do.
It's a cover by Ellie King called X's and O's. We just love it. We just love it. We do it in a really
And this is an exclusive.
It's a really chirpy. Yeah, this is an exclusive.
An exclusive.
Yeah, first time.
How many times have you practiced this as an acoustic band?
Once.
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 Today.
About an hour ago.
About an hour ago.
So,
Right, here we go.
so I didn't get
Bear with us, people.
Well, I had me a boy and turned him into a man. Showed him all the things that he didn't understand. Oh, then I let him go. And I was wondering California, who's been cursing my name. Was around me, abandoned, I remember you here. Until I made my getaway. 1, 2, 3. Back to me, 'cause I'm the best baby that you'll ever get to be. 1, 2, 3, gonna run back to me. They always want to come, but they never want to leave. Baby that you never get to keep. 1, 2, 3, gonna run back to me. They always want to come, but they never want to leave. That's it. They want me. Let me go. They want me. They come on. They want me. You're X's and O's. Yep. 1, 2, 3, gonna run back to me. 'Cause I'm the best baby that you'll never get to keep. 1, 2, 3, gonna run back to me. They always want to come, but they never want to leave.
That was X's and O's by the Bel-Airs right here in the sessions on 107.6. I think that version was better than your practice version. Thank you very much, guys.
Nailed it.
Big smiles right around the studio, so we're all happy as Larry in here. Anytime you've got any more gigs you want to promote, guys, text me, phone me, email me, be in touch. Anybody else with other bands on the go, again, be in touch. You know where I am.
Thanks for that, Elm.
You know what I'm all about now. You've been in, you've seen the space. Be in touch. That's why I'm here. I do this for a bit of fun to help local bands and local musicians.
Excellent. Thank you.
It doesn't have to be a traditional band, so it can be the drums, cells, or thing. Anybody can be in touch.
Yeah, really enjoyed. Thank you.
Before,
we did that.
It's been great.
Thanks for having us.
just before we go, just one more time, mention your next up and coming gig.
The 20th of October.
O'Connell's.
O'Connell's Kirkcaldy.
Hey,
20th of October in O'Connell's in Kirkcaldy.
Thank you very much.
10 p.m. start.
Is it tickets or is it on the?
Free.
It's free.
In
Ooh.
Fife.
Yeah,
It's in Fife, it's free.
Dance night. It's good for dancing, eh?
We are normally a lot louder than this.
Yeah. Right, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to continue the sessions tonight with a band called The Rich, and this is their track, Take Me Away, coming right up after this wee message.
Thanks, Emma. Bye.